What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Joel Culpepper Outdoors. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've talked to y'all. It's been crazy lately. A lot of school, a lot of work, not a lot of time to do much. But when I do take the time to do something, generally, it's just going out in the woods for 2 hours at a time and sitting with my bow. We'll be making a video here shortly, probably going over my bow. Just bought one this year, a new bow, and it's been doing pretty good. And what I want to talk to y'all guys today about is some rifles. So here in Georgia, I'm hoping all of you guys are in deer season right now and that you are able to go deer hunt. Here in Georgia, if I don't have any, or if there's any of y'all who don't live in Georgia, gun season opens up here in 2 weeks, mid-October, October 16th, something like that. Gun season, of course. Bow season came in September 11th, I believe. Yeah, it was September 11th. So I'm getting in this transition of, going from bow season to gun season. And it's a big difference going between the two. And just want to go over the two setups I'm probably going to be running most this year for gun season. One of these I bought last year. This one right here, which is my 6.5 Creedmoor. It is a Ruger American Predator. Has a 22-inch barrel. It is suppressor ready. On the end, if you take this cap off, you start to see the threads on there. And this is a Burris drop tine 4.5 to 14 by 42. This is a very solid rifle. I killed 3 does last year. Every single one of them was with this rifle. The one that went the furthest was only 75 yards, 80 yards from where I shot her. That's how far she ran. And I think I said 6.5 Creedmoor. A caliber I was very skeptical of when I first heard about it. If you talk to anybody who, anyone I had talked to about guns before I bought this gun, I was so dead set against this caliber. I hated it. I hated the existence of it. But I started looking at the ballistics and the killing potential and everything that this caliber had. And I said, you know what? I think I'm going to give it a try. Sounds a little bit rough, but it's still brand new. Bought it brand new last year. Still isn't quite broke in. But one of my favorite things about this gun is actually the magazine. So I don't know if you can read it there. It says it's a Ruger 308 multi. And the bullets I've been shooting out of it, ever since I bought it, I haven't even bought any other types of bullets for it, is a Hornady American Whitetail 129 grain interlock bullet. So this takes 3 bullets to load. I'm gonna have to remind myself how to load this thing, apparently. Yeah, real smooth. Just fine, never had any problems with it. I have not taken any long shots with it yet. Furthest shot I've taken was just on a target at 200 yards, 213 yards, something like that, not real far. But I have a friend who bought one too. I don't know what bullets he was shooting, but he had I believe it was a Hawk scope on top, and his was dead on out to 400 yards, he said. And I've heard, obviously this is word of mouth, people shooting this gun at 1,000 yards. And this is a gun, it will not break the bank. The gun, I believe, retail price, what I paid for it, was $529.99. What my dad paid for it was $529.99, which sounds like a lot. Really not for the quality of gun that you get. The scope, kind of got cheated on the scope from Academy. $280. That same scope right now, you'll run about $200. So I got cheated down to $80, but it's in the past. Good scope, solid scope. 3 deer dead with it, no problems. Furthest shot on a deer, 100 yards, 80 yards, something like that. Didn't range them before I shot, but anyways. So the big thing, I just bought a new gun today. and really excited for it. It's a new caliber. I've never even shot this caliber before. I know somebody who has one. Ask them about it. But this is a 350 Legend. And one of those just brand new cartridge. Not a lot is known about it so far. So I kind of wanted to buy it and give it a try. See how it does. This again is a Ruger American. But this is the Ranch model. That is my 6.5 is a Predator model. And that one has a 22-inch barrel. This gun has a 16.1-inch barrel, which is one of the big draws I had to it, is because it's so short. It's going to be easy to get around, especially on public land. If I do any public land hunts, you know, carrying a climbing stand on my back. Any of that is real small. It's really light. I put a Burris drop tine 3 to 9x40 on it. I have not even shot this gun yet, but I'm really excited for it. So I was told this gun will only reach, as far as deer go, out to 200 yards, even on target range. Would get 300 yards out of it, but nothing crazy. Nothing crazy on it. This gun, the only ammunition they had in stock for deer, I didn't want any Full Metal Jackets because I know they'll shoot different. But the only ammunition they had is this, or was this Hornady 165 grain FTX custom. And you can look at the ballistics on these two. And you can see the 6.5 is shooting not only just faster, but flatter. 100 yards, if you put it about 2 inches high, 200 yards, it'll be dead on. It drops a little over 7.5 inches at 300, 22.5 at 400, 45.5 at 500, roughly. With this says 2,820 FPS. Obviously, it's approximate. It's going to vary from gun to gun. Load to load, they're not all going to be, you know, all shooting 28-20. I might get 27 to 28 out of mine roughly. But this 350 Legend, 2,200 feet per second at the muzzle. So out of my gun, we're probably looking at closer to 2,000, which is very similar to a 30-30. At 100 yards, 4.2 inches high, and you'll be dead on at 200. And at 300 yards, you're looking at just a little bit over 17.5 inches of drop. So you lose a lot of speed, and it falls a whole lot faster than the 6.5. But I bought that to be a brush gun, one that doesn't have a lot of recoil, so my mom can shoot it. And this is a 6.5 Creedmoor bullet. This is a 350 Legend. Straight wall cartridge. 165 grain bullet, 129 grain bullet. I'm really excited to see how it performs versus the 6.5 at 100 yards, maybe 200. Probably not going to push the 350 past maybe 250 yards. It's just not. It's not a long range caliber like long range gun like the 6.5. But I did want to share that with y'all about the new gun. I'm going to be giving it a nice little cleaning tonight here before long. Hopefully within the next couple weeks, I'll also make a video about my bow, because I just bought a brand new bow. Been shooting pretty good with it. In fact, if you look up there in the antlers of my deer, you will see a Robin Hood. And I did that with my bow after I had it for about 2 weeks. I have not done that since. I have really tried to avoid putting an arrow in another one. And today I was at 40 yards shooting, and one went in, okay, whatever. Shot again, and I heard that sound when they hit. And I was just thinking, I do not know if I just Robin Hooded another arrow. Didn't know whether to be happy or sad, really, but I went up and looked, and they were just like that. I mean, you couldn't have dropped a dime between the two of them. They were so close. So I have not done that again, which I don't know if that's a blessing or a curse, but you know, we'll just have to see how it goes. But I will probably make a video about that. I need to get some new broadheads for it first. The broadheads I'm shooting right now, y'all, I'm not going to bash on the company. I'm not going to be shooting Swackers. I have not shot a deer with it. I have not shot at a deer with them yet, which is that's a very, very good blessing, because I was shooting them, or I shot one into my foam target today just to see how it would perform versus the practice tip, and they were doing, you know, the same as far as, you know, like the way they're shooting and everything. So there was no problem with them as far as the way they shot and hit. But when it hit the target, what I noticed is the right blade folded down and deployed right. The left blade did not. It just kind of locked in at a little bit of an angle. Now, maybe if I had been shooting that at a deer and I had caught bone or put it right between two ribs and the rib had caught the edge of that blade, it would have flicked it out a little bit better. I don't really know. I've actually got it right here. Let me grab it real quick and I'll show you kind of what was going on with it. All right, let's see. So this is the one I was shooting at the target, and this is kind of what it looked like when I pulled it out. I just pulled the shrink band off, but this is about what it looked like when I pulled it out. You can see this one just, it's not, if I put this one up, put a little bit of pressure, it just swings right down. This one, it's got to get about right there before it'll drop down. So we'll not be shooting these at deer. If I'm going to go again with my bow, I will definitely be buying some new broadheads, probably some QADs. Seen a lot of really good things about the QAD Exodus broadheads. That's probably what I'll go with. But like I said, y'all, I'm not bashing on Swacker, because I know there's been a lot of deer killed with Swacker broadheads. But my biggest concern, of course, with the mechanicals, of course, this deer right here, killed him with my crossbow with a mechanical Rage 3-blade, and I didn't have any problems with it. All 3 blades deployed. But when you're shooting mechanicals like this, especially, I bought these for a different bow that actually wound up tearing up 2 weeks before season, so I had to buy a new one. But it was only going to go up to 50 pounds. It was not a youth bow, but it wouldn't go higher than 50 pounds. So I ordered these broadheads so I could shoot deer, because they're low poundage, 1.5 inch cut, not 2 inch like most mechanicals. But instead of shooting 50 pounds on this bow, I'm shooting 70. So I was very concerned about how they're going to perform on if I hit a deer with them at 70 pounds, even 60 pounds of force. That's a lot of force behind an arrow. So yeah, don't want to get too much into that right now. I'll be making another video here shortly about my bow, going over it, what I bought, why I bought what I did, and just wanted you guys to know that about these broadheads. I don't recommend them. If this is what you got, you'll work with them. They'll kill deer. I know a 4 inch of cutting, you know, between the tip and this one blade will be enough. It'll kill a deer, but you may have some trouble finding the deer. So not going to recommend those. But anyways, y'all guys have a blessed day, and let me know what y'all want to see next on the channel. Apologize, it's been a while since I've uploaded again, but it's life. What can I say? But let me know what you want to see. You know, if y'all want to see some shooting a 350 at 200 yards, or trying to do one at 300 yards, or you know, 350 versus 6.5, or you know, I'll get my 22 out as well, or my 12 gauge if y'all want to see anything with those. Like I said, just drop me a comment and we'll see about getting to it. Anyways, y'all guys have a blessed day. Stay in the outdoors, and I will catch y'all on the next one.